Going flawless is easy when you're using the best gun in the game, and by best gun in the game, I don't mean Prosecutor or Summoner, I in fact mean Cerberus+1, the single best gun in the entire game, and the best counter to the meta.
Anyway, real quick, this is the build. Build doesn't change. Hate me if you want. Strand Hunter, still my favorite way to play Hunter. It's still broken. Wood of Silk, Threaded Spectre, Threaded Grenades, it's still really good. We are obviously still using my baby, Cerberus+1, comboing it with Igneous Hammer. I got a couple weekends ago, just took out the vault. It did okay. This is pretty much it.
So my thoughts going into this weekend, before going to this weekend, was I'm going to wait till Sunday to play. I didn't have time Friday, and I just really didn't want to on Saturday. So Sunday, flawless pool, everybody separated. It's pretty easy to get into initially, and my thought is from seeing what I have seen over the weekend through streaming and the just general news on the internet, was that auto rifles, i.e. Summoner, was really, really, really good on this map, comboing with conditional finality. Because we're playing on Cauldron, we have to deal with those tight spaces, cheap little corridors, the doors that open in and out, just a lot of peek shotting. I thought that shotguns were going to be good, hand cannons are going to be good, maybe SMGs were going to be good, but nope, no. Auto rifles were the way around. I don't know what kind of juice was pumped back into auto rifles, but because of how easy they are to hit their headshots, everybody is using them, and quite frankly, I really don't blame anybody. We've been stuck in an SMG target lock meta for so long that quite frankly, anything different is a breath of fresh air. I know, a lot of people are hating this meta because they are so used to SMGs, they're calling it bad. They're calling it the worst meta we've ever seen, worse than year one. Quite frankly, I disagree. You can still be competitive with any type of weapon, as Cerberus+1 would plainly like to argue. I'm doing this more of a challenge at this point just to see what I can get away with, really. I don't know. People just aren't adapting to Cerberus, just machine gun theory my way through games. It's the way it is sometimes.
It wasn't all good. My stats were okay. I wasn't carrying games. I wasn't being carried. It was just one of those situations where my teams kind of existed, and despite being the best player, the second best player on the team for most of the matches, you know, it was okay. Didn't feel too good. It didn't feel too bad either. It was just another mid-trials weekend, in my opinion. Everybody was tryharding their balls off, trying to get that summoner, and I really don't blame them for it. We are currently nearing the end of week 2 for the new changes to the balance of the Crucible, and obviously that's affecting Trials of Osiris in the way that we're playing it. Checkmate meta, you know, special weapons aren't going to go so well. I was doing this strategy as a meme more likely, but I genuinely recommend using Cerberus to anybody who would even consider taking a weapon out of their vault that is a little bit unique, a little bit different. My thoughts closing the weekend are, for starters, don't take everything so seriously, have a little bit of fun. Besides weapon tuning, getting other weapons up to snuff, i.e. auto rifles getting there a little bit of juice by virtue of the health values being changed, I still feel that they're too strong being these auto weapons. I'd like to see hand cannons maybe coming back to a prominent position in the meta. I don't like scout rifles, despite them being okay. They're really just annoying playing range like that. Besides small weapon balancing, the more prevalent pressing issue is that Titans are by far the best subclass in the entire game when you're talking about Crucible. I cannot even begin to tell you how annoying it is to play against Void Titans specifically. Void Titans need to be hit with a nerf hammer like nothing has ever been seen before. They need to try to nerf Void Titans as hard as they tried to nerf Strand Hunters. Don't get me wrong, Strand Hunters are still good, partially because of the playstyle that just comes with ability spam in an environment where people can't have that many abilities, but still Strand Hunters and Void Titans just have more abilities than anyone else. The ability to get overshields, the ability to get instant kills, the ability to get your super on a dime for Void Titan specifically. Bubble needs to have a larger cooldown time. You can't get it in 7 minutes on 100 intellect. You can't get it in 5 minutes on 100 intellect, or whatever the value is. I feel that it should be rare for a player to get their super in Trials of Osiris. You should need to get like 12 to 15 kills on 100 intellect before you even consider getting your super in game of Trials of Osiris, and most people shouldn't be getting their supers. I know this weekend we're not seeing as many bubbles as we saw last weekend because it is a Dominion game mode,
The capture point was never any big issue, in my opinion. I think that having an objective to play around makes the game feel a whole heck of a lot more active. I won a single round off of being able to capture the flag, and I lost a single round while almost capturing the flag because I was capturing the flag. 2 rounds out of nearly 60 or 50 going into this weekend of trials. I don't think it was that big of a deal having to play the flag once. It, switches up the map a little bit. Not everybody's playing the same lanes. Cauldron, especially, is a map that suffers from positional control more than any other map. If you're holding this middle part of Cauldron like you see right now, it is almost impossible to get you out of there, especially since the way the doors work and the way the matchmaking works and the sense that the connection works between people. You almost have an advantage just holding these doors. In pre-firing them, the nanosecond you see somebody pulling up, because if that door's opening, there's going to be somebody right there more likely pushing you or just trying to open the door to get information or to pop a few shots off. I'm not noticing any issues with bad connection. Whatever connection issues were happening last weekend with people disconnecting are completely gone. That just could be having a good internet day, or that could be that some shadow patch when the game was borged for a couple days, or a couple hours at least, during deployment last Tuesday. All in all, in my opinion, the meta is more open than it ever has been open because of the dominance that primary weapons have compared to special weapons. There are a couple of special weapon bugs where you can get special weapon ammo where you're not supposed to, and, heavy weapons don't feel as good as they used to be just because the change in health and the change to body shot damage from these special weapons and heavy weapons. I like it. I'm really enjoying it. I think that it is a great time, and it's the best time for casuals to get into it. At least the people that don't have these crazy power weapons, just find a good auto rifle. Good to get auto rifles. The Oriole's Gift, the Amit, the Prosecutor. A little bit harder to get the Prosecutor now. The Summoner, slightly harder to get the Summoner, but these are all good guns, I'm going to go over the Summoner in another video. I want to compare it to the Prosecutor, Summoner, Prosecutor, Amit, these type of 450 auto rifles where, since they seem to be the best currently, I want to do some more testing, some more build reviews, some more roll reviews just to see what I can get and how it feels. But apart from that, I'm just going to leave y'all with the footage from the final round of my Flawless game and then some closing thoughts. I pretty much have nothing else to say.
Sitting in the back of their spawn. Just sitting in the back of their spawn. Killed one.
One's on the flank.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Good job. We win here. I'm just gonna get the point. GG. That was my Flawless game. Yeah, just come to me. Zembridge. GG. Nice. That was my Flawless game. That's pretty much it. Going Flawless is easy. Use Cerberus+1. It is my favorite weapon currently, and it is the best auto rifle / shotgun / SMG / whatever you want it to be in the entire game. Use Cerberus+1. In any case, just want to thank each and every single one of you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, even though I'm uploading this on a Sunday in the middle of the night, basically. And have a great day, and make your week awesome.